In recent news, Iggy Azalea has gotten quite a bit of attention for a nude photo leak. She deactivated her social media accounts following the scandal, so it's kind of hard to lurk her at the moment. Iggy claims that she's feeling violated, and in the statement she released after the incident, she also spoke about the horrible things that people had to say about her and how that has negatively affected her as well. These photos were topless outtakes from a photo shoot that Iggy did with GQ magazine and were never supposed to be released to the public. Iggy is best known for being a female rapper, and she's had quite a few hit songs over the past few years, as well as collaborated with a handful of other famous artists. As you probably know, she's from Australia and is 28 years old at the time of this recording. Honestly, for some reason, I always thought she was a few years older, but even looking at pictures of her when she was a teen, she always did look more mature. In this video, however, we are going to focus less on all of this stuff and more on her looks. With all of the talk surrounding Iggy's leaked photos, it seemed only fitting to look at how she's changed over time. And plus, it's no secret that the star has gotten plenty of work done. What's going on, guys and girls? My name is Kara, and this series we have titled Before and After. We're going to talk about Iggy's body, face, and any work she's had done and more. I've done other celebrity transformation videos on stars like Ariana Grande and the Hadid sisters, and we'll have links to those at the end of this video. If there's anyone else you want me to document, let me know in the comments down below. Now let's get into this video. Considering the buzz right now is all about Iggy's topless photos, today we're going to start with her body. In these pics that got leaked from GQ, we can clearly see the star's chest is really full. Iggy never hid the fact that she got a boob job though, and she was actually really open about it. She said that in the past she was really flat-chested, so getting implants was something she always wanted. Although Iggy's new boobs still looked small enough to be natural, it made a definite change. In more recent photos, Iggy's boobs look even bigger in my opinion, so I wonder if she's had them done more than once. Either way, I'm not sure. Iggy's body has always been something she was known for because of her signature butt, which was always pretty big compared to her small frame. She has denied time and time again that she's ever gotten anything done to her butt and claims that it's all natural. I know that it's always been prominent and noticeable, but recently it's been looking unnaturally huge. Back in 2012, we can see that Iggy does have a bubble butt, and it's stayed around this size for a while, or at least it looks that way from photos. And I do believe that this was all natural. Around 2016, the star's butt started getting bigger and changing in shape, which is where I start to get skeptical. Recently, Iggy's butt has gotten even bigger, and her body shape is close to that of Kim K's. Although she has always been slim with a booty, these days her curves are looking a bit disproportionate to her really small waist. Even looking at some photos from back in the day, Iggy didn't seem to have much going on back there at all. I know that there are plenty of factors such as camera angles, diet, exercise, and more, but her body shape does look different. Iggy says that in order to keep her small waist, she has to diet and restrict some foods and works out really hard. I'm sure all of this contributes to her fit body, but I wouldn't be surprised if she enhanced her behind at least a little bit. Personally, it's a bit hard to believe that all of that could be natural, especially since it didn't always look that big or that shape. Let's move on to Iggy's face. The star has always looked good, but when comparing photos from then and now, you really see how much her face has changed over the last few years. At times, her features look almost unrecognizable to me. Firstly, we all know that Iggy has gotten a nose job. A, because it's obvious, and B, because both her and her plastic surgeon have talked about it. She has said in the past that her nose job was to fix a bump she got from a soccer accident as a teen, but the surgery definitely changed a lot more than the bump. In fact, her plastic surgeon, Dr. Ashkan Gavami, says that he focused on changing the shape of her nose tip and that it was previously quite wide and boxy. He told People magazine, "I had to do a lot of tip shaping to narrow and refine her tip without it looking done. She had a tiny hump that I reduced, and also she was very deviated and had blockage for breathing." And he claims that he fixed all of this. Of course, getting a nose job changes the look of your face drastically, but in Iggy's case, there has been speculation that she's gotten quite a bit more fixed on her face. I mean, in some of her more recent selfies, she doesn't even look like the same person. Some think that Iggy may have also gotten a chin implant, making her face look more refined, which looks like it could be possible. It's also thought that the star gets fillers considering how smooth her face looks, and at times much puffier as well. I would say that if she does get Botox and or fillers, they make her eye area and cheeks look more lifted. Looking at Iggy's lips, they also look like they've been growing over the years. I think they look great, but I'm obviously thinking she gets lip fillers too. They're especially noticeable in some of her recent photos. So, Iggy's face has definitely changed a lot. I'm sure that makeup, contouring, and photo editing help sometimes too, but it's hard to deny that the star has had quite a bit of work done. She doesn't seem to care though, and hopes that people will grow to be less judgmental and more accepting of people getting plastic surgery. Iggy has told Elle magazine in the past, "I just hope that in 25 years, the conversation will shift to where if a woman wants to change her body, all we say is good for her, instead of shaming her for making decisions about her own body." Looking at Iggy's hair and look, it hasn't really changed all that much compared to all of the other stuff we've talked about. Of course, she's evolved and tried different looks since she was a teen, but nothing too drastic. Her hair has stayed blonde over the years and she hasn't seemed to change it much aside from the length and the shade. Maybe a little pop of color too sometimes. As a child, Iggy looks like she was a natural blonde, but I still think she colors it to get different shades or for the platinum blonde that she loves so much. Her hair is also super long sometimes, so I would say that she plays around with hair extensions and wigs as well. Iggy's look in general has always been pretty bold and trendy, which makes sense considering her hip-hop background. She doesn't go too over the top with makeup, but she keeps some edginess with her tattoos and loves having long fake nails. I'm sure that Iggy will be back on social media soon despite the leaked photo scandal once some of the drama subsides. I'm curious to see what happens with the situation, but either way, it was a good reason to take a look at Iggy's beauty evolution over the years. It's no doubt the star has changed drastically since we were first introduced to her as a female rapper. I really think that the work she has done has changed her face and body quite a bit, but as long as she's more confident now and happy with it, that's all that matters. Alright guys and girls, that wraps up this video here on before and after. If you want to talk more about Iggy's transformation, you can hit me up on Instagram. Let me know who else you would like me to make a before and after video on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!